findest du meine farbliche Abstimmung heute eigentlich?
Ich finde super. Das passt zwar eher zu Miami, aber grundsätzlich gefällt es mir gut.
Ja, das ist doch sommerlich, habe ich gesagt, ich bring mal ein bisschen hier Frische rein.
Also ich...
Was? Meine farbliche Abstimmung.
Mhm.
Ist doch sommerlich?
Ja. Miami, stimmt, hat er schon recht.
Satt geworden?
Ja, ich habe ja schon einen Goat-Bar heute Morgen verzehrt in meiner Not. Der beste Riegel, wenn man wirklich eine Mahlzeit braucht oder wenn man Hunger hat, ne, für zwischendurch, lässt sich sehr gut in der Tasche transportieren, weil nichts schmilzt. Immer Mann
mitgenommen.
Ja.
Top ist der.
Immer Mann.
So, was kommt jetzt?
Jetzt kommt Press Conference.
This is the official Olympia Press Conference, brought to you by Bullpack. How about this for an Olympia lineup? Chris, you just were on the stage competing last year.
Yeah, it's weird being up here. A little more body fat, a little less muscle.
Some
a lot
clothes.
more clothes, a lot more clothes for sure, but it's fun to be back here this year for sure.
Well, listen, we did the Sunday seminar last year, and you promised right here on this stage. He wants that title back. The Virgin Wolf is hungry for the taste of another Sandow trophy. Please welcome from Iran, Honey! As the first one, United States, the 18th Mr. Olympia in bodybuilding history, Derek Lunsford! And now, your fight, Mr. Olympia, your reigning and defending Mr. Olympia, the man who made history as the first British bodybuilder to hoist the Sandow since Dorian Yates last did so in 1997. He is the 19th Mr. Olympia in bodybuilding history. He is the Nigerian Lion, looking to continue his reign as the king of the bodybuilding jungle from the United Kingdom by way of Nigeria. Please welcome Mr. Olympia, Samson! Got microphones here. Microphones.
I think we all have microphones, guys.
All right, we've got 4 Olympia champions. We don't get to do this very often. Usually there might be 1, maybe 2. 4? I'm not so sure we've ever had 4 on the stage, but we got one this year. And we got a competition ahead of ourselves. And we've got a reigning, defending champion in Samson Dowda. Samson, how's it been being the champ all year? You've been an active champion. You weren't a guy that's just making appearances and out there waving the hands. You actually put the title up for grabs and said, I'm happy to do it.
Hell, you know, I've always said, you know what, I'm actually beating my own drum. And I like to do things my way. You know, it's a privilege to be in this position. And bodybuilding has really, you know, changed my life, and I want to get back to it. So even though that means I got to put a title on mine and go after it, that's what it is. And I love this. I love being in this position. I want to be this, but I'm done.
Samson, what I liked most was you weren't shy about it. You're like, look, man, I'm going for some good money here. I'm going for a title, but you know what? Yeah, I'm the Olympia champ. And if I win or lose at a different show, I'm still the Olympia champ. So Derek Lunsford, if you want to come after me, bring it. And you said, look, it's like a ball game, right? You win a game, you lose a game. I'll see you at the Olympia. And that's exactly where we're back, at the Olympia. But you did lose to the champ right here. Does that take a little bit of steam out of it, or just fire you up even more, Samson?
To the contrary. I think it lit that fire just a little bit more harder for me. Because there ain't nothing like being kicked down for you to realize, man, okay, I'm hungry, I want that shit back.
Listen, you weren't shy last year. You were the only guy to take off your shirt and say, all right, boys, here's what I got right here. Come and beat me. And you backed it up with actions on that stage, getting yourself an Olympia title. But Derek Lunsford, you also not shy about putting that title up for grabs. And you said, I'll see you at the Arnold, and we'll see what happens right over there. A lot of people thought that was a mistake. A lot of people thought maybe you made the wrong move. But I don't know, $500,000 later in a title, and you beat the champ, kind of put a little feather in your cap. Seemed like maybe it was the right move.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, obviously, I didn't present the physique that I wanted to at 100% at last year's Olympia, and so I wanted to go right back to work, man. And I wanted to show up, you know, against the reigning champion, and I wanted to prove that, you know, my best is the best in the world. And so I want to do that right away at the beginning of the year at the Arnold Classic, and then with the Pittsburgh Pro, with it being a legacy show, I want to be the first ever Pittsburgh Pro champion. And I realized, hey, you know, winning those two and then getting your title back in Mr. Olympia, winning all three of those biggest shows of the year is really something special. So, hey, I said, let's go for it. I don't regret it, obviously.
Now, you look like you're ready. All you guys look like you're ready from all the videos I've been seeing and all the pictures that have been put out there. But a lot of the ex-champs that you heard from, Jay Cutler, Ronnie Coleman, a lot of the champs from yesterday, have been on record of saying that they may have thought maybe competing earlier in the year may have cost them an Olympia later in the year. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, if they believe in you, then you can't shock the world. So, let's do this.
Well, you shocked the world from the 212 into the Open, and a lot of people thought, we'll see, maybe he'll do okay, but all you did was win the title of Mr. Olympia, so you've already been kind of down that road of shocking the world. Here's the question, can you shock it again, and can you beat this guy?
Hey, that's what I'm here to do. This is the Mr. Olympia. This is where history is made, and I'm here to make history.
All right, Derek looking for that triple crown, the Arnold, the Pittsburgh, and now the Olympia. We're going to turn our attention to Hadi Choopan. So first and foremost, Hadi, I got to say thank you, because I go all over the world for various companies that I'm with. And everywhere I go, every fan from Iran comes up and says, say it, say it, say it. And I say, what do you want me to say? They say the name. They love when I say, Hadi Choopan.
خب اول سلام عرض می‌کنم خدمت همه عزیزانی که اینجا هستن و خوشحالم که باز اینجا می‌بینمتون. و اینکه بچه‌ها هم اومدن ببرن یک خواب و باید بگم که امکان خطرناک‌تر هر سال است براشون و آخرین کسی که این سرکور رو ترک می‌کنه منم و باید تلاش کنم برای رنگ نقره این سر.
First, I want to say thank you for all the fan and audience to be here. And I want to say this year I brought my best version, and I think I'll be the last one who will leave this stage.
So Hadi, it's a little bit different in your country than it is here. While the people do celebrate the bodybuilding champions here, Hadi is a national hero in Iran. We've seen the footage, we've seen the video of him going back as the champ and as not the champion. They seem to celebrate just as much when he didn't win the title and came back. And there was a parade with thousands of people coming to greet the champion.
خب ایران یکی از کشورهایی است که برعکس اون چیزی که تو ذهن معلومات کشور خیلی شاد هست و همه ورزشدوست، ورزشکار و یکی از قدرتمندترین کشورهایی است که توی رشته پرورش‌یابی هم توی دنیا ثبت انجام میده. خیلی از مربی‌ها که داور هستن توی این سبک مسابقات میدونن که بیشترین نفرات ایران هستن اونجا عرض انجام میکنن و به مدال‌ها میرسن. و امیدوارم که یک روزی بشه که سیاست برطرف بشه و این مرد بزرگ ویزا از وسط ایرانی ها برطرف بشه و میدونیم که تکون میز المپیا بیش از 20 تا 30 ورزشکار ایرانی هست.
But Iran is a really happy country and a young country, and we have a lot of bodybuilders, and they compete in the national team. Iran has one of the busiest national shows, and the people there, they love bodybuilding, and I hope politics goes from this sport and we can see more people from Iran to be able to compete in this show.
Thank you, Alan. All right, Brandon, the resident old guard on stage, the OG, but still a former Olympia champion, and people got to take you seriously because you've got that title. But you're in your, how many years is this now for you, Brandon?
13
years. I'll tell you, I don't know if people can really realize how hard it is to be on top, and you've been in the mix, you know, much less an Olympia title. You've been in the mix every year pretty much for those 13 years, for the over a decade. That's to be marveled at, because there's not a lot of people doing that. You and I think Bonak are probably the two guys, you know, that still represent. But every year we have the same conversation, Brandon. But every year we get a little bit older, a little bit wiser, and it gets probably a little bit tougher. How much gas do you have in the tank still, champ?
Good question. The way the body's responding to this prep, it's looking good. I mean, it's looking like got some good gas in the tank. We just want to capitalize. We came in last year, we didn't peak correctly, so we decided to do the Arnold, change some things up. Got with Justin Harris, prepping in the United States, and we brought a good package to the Arnold. And I think, from talking to my coach, that we can bring an even better package into the Olympia. And if that's the case, I think it'll be pretty competitive. And I'll give the judges a hard time trying to figure out what they're going to do with me on stage. So that's my goal. That's why I'm here, as well as to enjoy this stage with my comrades here. Much respect to all you guys. And of course the fans, we couldn't be here without you. And I love every single one of you guys. Thank you for the encouragement all these years. And you know, I'm willing to just take pictures of whatever you guys need to do, because I appreciate you guys to the utmost.
Hey, we appreciate you, like I said, because there ain't a whole lot of you guys left that have been here for that amount of time. But can you take on these young cats? Can you still get one more title in there?
You know what? I believe that, yeah, that's the case. I still have all the tools that made me a champion. It's just the consistency that I needed to continue to be a champion. And I think we got some consistency in this preparation compared to my last, with some slight improvement. So, you know, I'm gonna be dangerous up there. I'm not gonna be the guy that hopefully that you can just say, oh, I'm gonna be like, whoa, okay, he's not done.
Samson, there can only be one top dog on this Olympia stage come Saturday night. We've seen your pictures, we've seen your video. You got a lot of accolades out there from just, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago. You did a guest posing, and the consensus out there was the best Samson that we've seen in 4 weeks out. Would you agree with that? Is that the best condition that you've had in the off-season leading into this? Will we see a better Samson this year than last year?
So we just both 6 weeks out, and for me, basically, you know, the judges already given my feedback what they want to see from me. The job is very simple. You already have everything else. It's just one more box to check. So this prep, that was the goal. It was nice and simple. Like, they wanted you to suffer, and they want you to bring a condition that you've never seen you in before. And hell, I'm ready to show it out tomorrow night.
What's Derek got to do to beat you?
Right now, there ain't nothing he can do.
Yeah, there is no defense in bodybuilding, but my man here just said there ain't nothing you can do. It's out of your hands, buddy. Jimmy, taking your microphone.
You know, we can go back and forth, we can talk, but at the end of the day, man, I want to show up and I want to shock the world this year, and that's what I'm going to do tomorrow night at pre-judging. I'm going to bring my best, I promise.
All right, let's hear from the panel around here. I'm sure somebody's got a question. Linda Murray.
All right, yeah. So we talk a lot about money, right? And my first thought, pretty much this question across the board, all of you would have an answer for me, but I'm going to start with you, Samson. When we started this, it was about the love for the sport, right? We weren't really thinking about the money, so you guys brought up money, Bob. So my thought is, when I watch you, Samson, you won the Olympia, reigning champion. You are still our reigning Mr. Olympia. You're at the Arnold. And when you placed second to Derek, at that moment, did you really even think about the money? At that moment, was it really about opening the door for your Mr. Olympia title? Was it even about the money?
I think for me, you know, I always say, like, I take pride in all the guys that stand here with, and anybody can beat anybody at any given night. So I never go into any show believing, like, you know, I have to open the door or something like that. I believe the title is right there, and any one of us can get it. I just want to be the first one there. So, you know, when you're at Arnold and you don't get that call, it stings. And it stings, but, you know, just like people would say, you know, the making of a man isn't what you do when you're up. It's what you do when you get knocked down. And we've been doing a lot.
Dennis James, you have a question for one of our Mr. Olympias.
I had a question, but it's so cold I can't remember what I wanted to ask.
Jake paid extra for the air conditioning here. I just want to let everybody know.
I do have some questions. I have a question for Hadi. Hadi, you in Iran training since last year's Olympia. You watched Derek beat Samson at the Arnold, and then you saw Derek fight in a battle with Nick 2 weeks later at the Pittsburgh Pro. Now, what does a Hardy think, or what's going on in your mind seeing that the reigning champion got beat by the guy that you beat last year? What was different for you, and what can we expect from you coming tomorrow night?
من توقعم از خودم همیشه خیلی زیاد بوده، چون تنگ تمام پوزیشن توی چند سالی که اینجا هستم بهترین سکو بود. امسال هم مثل هر سال هست، خیلی خطرناک‌تر، خیلی بدتر از هر سال، خیلی آماده‌تر از هر سال. و اینا برای من قابل احترام هستن، قهرمان مثل المپیا هستن، محبوب هستن واسه من و الگو هستن خودشون. اما رقابت روی سکو مشخص میکنه همه چی. الان ما فقط داریم حرف میزنیم. عملش روی سکو هست، باید این حرفا روی سکو ثابت بشه. من اومدم.
I always have a lot of expectation from myself. That's why it's been the last 8 years I've been brought my best version. Every year I was the contender, and I respect all of the champions here. But this year I brought much better version and condition. So this year I'll be my best and I'll win it. And I don't talk, I'll show on the stage.
All right, Brandon Curry looking for one more. Hadi looking for another Olympia victory. Derek says he's going to bring it back. Samson, you're the champ. You have the last word, brother.
You all ready for the show tomorrow night? We're going to give you a show.
And their names to the illustrious list of Mr. Olympia winners.
Everybody,
First, Martin Fitzwater. Your next competitor is a 5-time Pro Show winner. He is the Mona Lisa Bodybuilding. Please welcome from the United Arab Emirates, by way of Nigeria, you know him as Andrew Jack. Your next competitor is the embodiment of persistence and the will to never give up. His inclusion in this year's Olympia is a celebration in and of itself. A man qualified for 4 consecutive years, but unable to come to the United States to compete in his first 3 because of visa issues. Well, this year, he is here. Please welcome from Iran, your next competitor made the quantum leap from the classic physique division to compete in the open class and winning his first 2 open shows. Please welcome from Germany, Boards, the Miracle And now, the man who makes his long-awaited return to the Olympia stage for the first time since 2022. He is the man they call the Mutant. Please welcome from the United States,
Derek Elgindi, let's start with you. Or Fuwa, let's start with you.
Check. My turn. Nick. Hi, Nick. How are you?
Yeah, let's get it. Urs, give me your microphone. There we go.
Hi, Fuad. You look lovely.
Thank you. So do you, Nick. I like your shaved head. How does it feel to shake the hand of a man who said you're going to be 7th?
Could you say it one more time?
How does it feel to shake the hand of a man who said you were going to be 7th?
8th.
8th. Well, that's even worse.
Let's just make sure we got the right information here.
What do I think? Who the hell is that guy?
Well, let me tell you who I am. This is how that whole thing started to begin with. But one of the things that's come up that
I announced the winner.
Wait, I got a real one.
Who's that going to be, though? That's the question, right? But so, Nick, one of the things that came up this year as we were going back and forth and having a little bit of fun at both of our expenses was that maybe, I should be putting my opinions out there because I'm the MC and I'm going to be announcing the winner. Let me ask you a personal question. Is there anybody on this earth that you would rather have announce you as the winner other than me?
No, Bob. I would choose you every time, you know?
That's much appreciated, brother. Thank you. Because honestly, it just wouldn't have the same impact.
It wouldn't. You say it too good. It's too professional. Sounds too professional, and I need that charisma when my name gets announced Saturday night.
And charisma it will be, my friend. You have the charisma, Nick, and that's why these fans love you so much. So, all the bullshit aside, congratulations on getting back to the Olympia. The last 2 years, unfortunately, we haven't had you. As I was on the stage and you were in the audience, I mentioned that this Olympia is a much better lineup with you in it, and that's sincere and from the heart. Listen, me and Nick have a little fun throughout the year. The funny part is you probably took the least amount of offense to anything. You were kind of laughing it up, and we were texting each other. By the way, I'm still looking for my 2X large Who the F is Bob shirt.
Yeah, I don't ever take things personal. It's all fun and games.
Well, that said, you're going to be competing against these guys and those 4 you just saw and 4 Olympians. What are your chances this year, Nick? We saw maybe the best Nick that we've seen emerging this year in the pictures and the videos that you've been putting out. You're all over Instagram. You've got a huge fan base. What can we expect from you? I know you're here to try to win, but can you beat these guys?
I've already beat all these guys, and I expect to do it again Saturday night.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, one of the guys that maybe would have, should have, and could have beat you in New York, not this year, but last year, is this man to my left. That's Martin Fitzwater. So Martin, you got a whole bunch of fans on your side from that New York showdown with Nick. Very close, could have gone either way. I know, Nick, you said, listen, if he can't beat me at my worst, what makes him think he can beat me at my best? But can he beat you at your best?
Look, my mama said, you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. But I'll tell you right now, you're going to see the best Martin you've ever seen. And if it lands how it's expected, I can beat anyone.
Well, unfortunately, we didn't see the best Martin we could see at Pittsburgh, because a lot of the speculation was that had we seen the best Martin, you might have beaten Nick and Derek Luxford. But what changes have you made from what we saw in Pittsburgh to what we're going to see tomorrow night?
Everything has been calculated to the T since the second I walked off the stage in Pittsburgh. Right now, A confident Martin is dangerous, but a pissed off with a chip on his shoulder Martin is really dangerous. And that's what we went for. So, poker, mine would be, if we were playing poker, I put all my hands on one card, and I'm going for it. And if we nail it, I promise you, you're going to see the best bodybuilder in a while.
All right, let's go to the panel. Tarek El-Gindi, you have a question.
Yeah, want to ask Bruce Tabani, first of all of us are very happy you're here. Realistically speaking, all the tension is gone. Are you projecting to be in the top 5 fighting against guys like Hadi, Derek, Samson, or do you have expectations possibly being in the top 10? Where do you see yourself finishing up on Saturday?
Okay, first, hello everyone. I want to say today is the best day of my life. I worked for this dream 20 years. I won 3 years for get a visa. God give me the honor to compete with the best in the world. Now, I am here to do it. I am so happy, so motivated, and ready to show my best. Thank you all.
Belarus, congratulations, because I know it can't be easy. I don't think people can put yourselves in his shoes. How about you qualify for the biggest show in the world, the Olympia, for 3 years in a row, and you have to prepare like you're going to go. And that means from A to Z. And all of a sudden, with a week to go, they tell you, sorry. I mean, I can't even imagine prepping for a show, much less the Olympia, and then getting told no. But you finally made it, and you're here, and you're with these champions, and we'll finally see you on an Olympia stage.
خب just translate my friend. خب من امسال سال اولمه و این افتخار رو دارم که کنار بزرگان دنیا رقابت کنم و این برای من باعث افتخاری که امسال تونستم رو استیج مستر المپیا حاضر بشم و به خانواده بزرگ مستر المپیا بپیوندم و این برای من بیشتر از هر چیز ارزشمنده. ولی از نظر خودم شما فردا یه ورژن خیلی جدیدی از من رو خواهید دید که خیلی شوکه میخوام بشه.
He says that first off, he's honored to be here amongst the greatest in the world. He's honored to be here in front of Olympia, in front of the IFBB. He says that tomorrow you will all see a version of him that you've never seen before.
Who's that guy? We got the Miracle Bear on an open stage, Dennis.
Yeah, I have a question for Urs, because last year you sat on this very stage on a little tiny stool and you fit on there. This year you sit in a sofa chair and you fill out the whole damn thing.
I mean, I still don't need my own couch as Nick is doing, but I'm working my way up there.
Yeah, so but listen, my question to you, Urs, is, I mean, I watched you from the beginning, but when you announced you're jumping into the Open in Italy as your first Open show, everybody talked about it, everybody said the same thing. He's going to do well, but he's still not big enough. Now, the whole world saw that size sometimes is not everything, even in bodybuilding. Size and shape in combination means a lot, and you stood out, so you won your first 2 Open shows, and you're on the Olympia stage now, you're in the tops, people have you in the top 10. as somebody who just moved up from Classic. How do you feel, and what's your mindset like right now, having all this hype going into the show, sitting next to these guys that you probably looked up to years ago?
Honestly, I feel where I belong to not right now, because making weight for me past years was a hell for the whole year. We just talked about it backstage, and yeah, sitting next to those guys here, which I looked up to and which I followed over the past years, which helped me to grow, is just unbelievable for me and makes me hella excited. I'm loving bodybuilding, such as in my beginning years, where I met you, for example, and I really have my fire back inside my soul, and the future is definitely bright, and I'm happy to bring something special to the Open and close the gap between Classic and Open, and also show maybe for all the upcoming younger guys in the Classic that there is a possibility also to grow yourself into the Open division, and it's going to be a great weekend.
All right, let me get to the big man, Andrew Jack. Andrew, they say the Olympia is a big man show to win. Samson's big, but you're bigger. Samson's heavy, but you're heavier. Is it the time for the big man to take this title over, and can you win it this year?
Well, you know what, Bob, I'll tell you something, yeah? It's interesting, and I'm enjoying it, when, like, no one has got my name on the mix. That's so good. Like, I'm so relaxed, just in my zone, and I would say in more than 24 hours time from now, then we'll see what's happening.
Can you beat Nick Walker?
It's called an open bodybuilding show. It's open for everyone, and it's man versus man, blood versus blood, so yeah.
Nick, you beat the big man and everybody else in this. I see you eyeing that Sandow right there. It looks nice, doesn't it?
Beautiful.
Be a little bit better on your mantle, wouldn't it?
Right above my TV in my room, you know?
All right, give me the final call on this one, Nick. Where are you going to end up placing, Roland? Will I be announcing you in first, top 5, or top 8?
Nick Walker will be Mr. Olympia Saturday night.
All right, you heard it here. Give it up for our champs, folks. These are your top contenders for the 2025 Mr. Olympia.
Please welcome, representing the Bikini Olympia, 3-time Bikini Olympia champion, 2-time Arnold champion, the winning IFBB Bikini Pro Adult Open, giving the legendary Chris Bumps a true pass. He is your reigning Arnold Classic champion. Please welcome from Germany, representing the 212 Olympia, one of the best to ever step on the 212 Olympia stage, featuring 2 Olympia titles, 4 runner-up finishes, and an open class victory. He is the Giant Killer. Please welcome, from the United States, Sean Marina. And now, please welcome your reigning and defending 2-time 212 Olympia champion, looking to make it 3 in a row and further. And he's claimed of him being one of the best pound-for-pound bodybuilders on the planet. From the United States,
with you, brother.
Check. Sean Clarita, how are you? We're sitting next to Keon, who just came out. and they announced him as arguably the best bodybuilder in the world. You yourself were one time seen that way. What can you do tomorrow night to beat Keon as he kind of ascends to the top?
Just stay in my lane, play my game, and bring back what got me 2 titles originally. Trying to play a size game isn't my thing. I'm known for just being conditioned, aesthetic, hard, raw, grainy, so I'm bringing that back with a few extra pounds.
All right, the Giant Killer is back. He wants revenge. He wants that title back. Keon he's tough, isn't he? This guy's being talked about getting in the open. He's talking about maybe moving up and taking on the big boys. What do you think about it? You've taken on the big boys in a couple of competitions, and you've beaten a lot of them. So what do you think? You think Keon should just move up to the open? Actually, go ahead. Yeah, you can answer that, Keon.
Oh, me going
what
up to
do you think? Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm just focused on the 212 right now, man. I'm here for the 212 division to represent that division only, man. You know, I'm here to, you know, keep the title. This is going to be the best 212 lineup to date, to history, and I mean that. I felt like since 22, 23, just the standard changed completely with the physiques, and you guys are going to see that tomorrow, so I'm excited.
All right, DJ.
Well, we have 2 of the best classic physique competitors right here sitting next to each other. Ramon and Mike Sommerfeld. Mike, my question to you. The last 2 weeks must have been really hard on you because the whole world was talking about Mike Sommerfeld not being tall, not making weight, cheating, and so on and so forth. Now, you proved to the world this morning that you did. You checked your height, you did make weight, but what did it do to you? And what do you feel like right now?
Excuse me, say that again?
So what did all that talk about you in the last 2 weeks do to you, and how do you feel about it today?
Well, there was a lot of pressure, but this is what my team and me is handling all the time since years. And we faced the problems, we made it happen, we made weight, and now it's time for Saturday.
Mike, congratulations for that. Like I said, a lot of speculation this week about whether you were tall enough for the weight category and all that. I know it put a lot of pressure on you, but you did it. There was 10 officials around, so everything is done on the up and up. You've been growing the mustache and the beard. Ramon's been busy shaving. I didn't even recognize who you were when you came out here.
But
who's the young guy here?
Can we ask for the audience?
New shape, new face, you know?
Hold 1 second. Can we ask Mike for the audience, because people don't know. How much did you weigh in this morning? How much did he weigh in at? And what was his weight this morning?
What was your weight, Mike?
So we managed to go down more than 14 pounds in a few days to make weight, 204 this morning in order to make the weight to compete on Saturday. But I can tell you for a fact, I'm gonna be 5'9" next show.
You know what? We all reach great heights here at the Olympia, folks. That's for sure. Ramon Dino, you're one of those names that's been kicked around. As Chris Bump said, has retired. He left the door wide open with Mike, yourself, and some of the other great contenders like Logan Franklin and some of the other guys that we're going to see. Matt Grego, you got a stacked lineup for sure. What are your chances, and what improvements did you have to make that you could be the Olympia champion this year?
Qual que foi as melhoras que você fez e quais você acham que são suas chances para este Olympia?
Eu posso falar em português mesmo?
Pode, eu traduzo.
As melhoras foi nos pontos que a arbitragem tinha pedido ano passado. As poses também a gente trabalhou elas para se manter fixas no palco, e as coreografias também a gente trabalhou. Então acredito que a gente vai trazer todo um conjunto melhorado e uma postura diferente também no palco.
He said one of the priorities was the poses. He felt like he was shaking too much the previous years. This year he's posing a lot better, Also, he paid attention to his posing routine, and he thinks physically his entire physique has been modified for 2025.
All right, can't wait to see that info. Linda Murray.
I'm curious, what is it like without Chris Bumstead competing? Did you approach this in a different way? Without Chris Bumstead competing in Classic, him being gone, I mean, I would imagine competing, yes, please translate, competing with Chris Bumstead, so many followers, and now you have the opportunity to hold your own. What does it feel like this year to compete without Chris?
So Mike, without Chris Bumstead now, he's still involved in the game, but he's abdicated the throne. Can you fill the shoes of Chris Bumstead? Can you take over where he left off?
To be really honest here, nobody ever will fill Chris' shoes. It's just impossible because nobody else is Chris Bumstead. And I treat Chris as somebody like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He opened different countries, different continents. Chris and Arnold and many other bodybuilders such as Phil Heath, all these really incredible, successful guys, they opened so many doors worldwide. And I experienced that when I was traveling the last 4 years. It didn't matter where I go, it didn't matter what country I visited, I was always welcome because I shared the dedication, the love, the vibe of bodybuilding. And this is what Chris, Arnold, and all the guys before us did. And this is what the IFBB Pro League does worldwide, to build a community, a connection between bodybuilders. So in other words, there's no Chris Bumstead 2.0, but I will do my best to connect bodybuilding around the world and bring people together and do the same thing as good as possible.
You're going to get all you can handle from the Giant Killer tomorrow night, that's for sure, okay? But you got 2 in the bank. If you were to make it 3, you've speculated you're going to do an open show this year. Is that a direction you see yourself going in the future, or are you going to cement yourself in this 212 like Flex Lewis?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just want to, the whole purpose of the pros is to see how I do with the bigger guys, right? Because honestly, Sean inspired me. When I saw him do the Prague and the Arnold, I was like, you know, I feel like I can make with the guys too. And I think it's a good evaluation for me in the future if I do want to make that jump. But there's no permanent decision whether I want to go up or I want to stay here. I just want to, you know, jump in the waters and see how I do and then take it from there. Just one thing at a time for me, Bob.
Don said he's very encouraging you to go up to the open and he will pay your entry into the next show. Isn't that right, Sean?
I'm still here, Sean. I'm not going nowhere.
Give it up for our champs, folks. Thank you, gentlemen.
These are all your shots?
Yeah, those are my shots.
Look at this. Which year was it?
Night of the Champions, 1998. You beat Kevin LeBron.
98?
98. This is also 98, the next day. I had a photo shoot with him. 98 Olympia.
These are incredible.
Yeah, that's right when he won. I hopped on stage and took the picture. Well, somebody took it. This is his pro debut at the Night of the Champions in 92. What was it? His
91.
second. No, 91 he won the World Championships in Poland.
And then debut was 92.
Yeah, 92. It's in 98. That's the cover from May, and this is October here in New York.
Is that Japanese or what's
Yeah,
that?
Japanese, yes. It's 21. It's Jake Cutler, first Night of the Champions.
Ernie.
Ernie Taylor, 97.
Milos and Chris.
Yeah.
95 was Sean and Dorian?
Huh?
Sean Ray and Dorian?
But yes, but it's this. This is Wolfgang's brother took it. Peter. I have, but he blew it up and I brought it here. He blew it up in 1995. I had all the Olympians that are still alive signing it. I didn't realize that I should have had all of them sign it, you know, when they were still alive, some of them.
There's nobody missing, right?
Up to 95. Up to 95, yes, yes. It's the first time all of them appeared on stage. It was a surprise. No one knew. And I worked within the IFBB. Wayne at that time didn't say anything to nobody. It was him and Charlie Blake that knew. Say something, but that's 94.
94. That was when he was close to Norris.
Yeah, I think he should have won.
That's impressive.
I had him as the winner.
That's really impressive.
Yeah. Peter took this also. They had VIP seats. And I was in a press pit and he got better pictures than me.
Aber treibt man nicht. Haben wir schon Spannenderes? Sag mal was so als Abschluss zur Pressekonferenz.
Haben wir schon spannendere Sachen erlebt? Also, wir hatten das erste Panel mit den ehemaligen Mr. Olympias, was im Prinzip interessant ist, oder was heißt ehemalig, mit den bereits Titelträgern.
Quad-Titelträgern.
War relativ langweilig.
Ja,
dann hatten wir das zweite Panel. Wir haben ganz wenig verstanden nur. Das war eigentlich sehr interessant. Ne? Da war nämlich Nick und natürlich hat Bob moderiert. Da gab es am Anfang ein bisschen Scharmützel, habe ich aber leider kaum was von verstanden. Dann hat man natürlich Urs dabei, was ganz interessant gemacht hat. Hat auch eine schöne Crowd-Reaction gehabt. Ne? Nick, also ich würde sagen, Nick war Spitzenreiter heute, was Lautstärke anging. Aber dann kam Urs, richtig? Wen hat man dann noch? Andrew Jack, der hat sich aber auch sehr verhalten geäußert. Berus war dabei, der hat offensichtlich echt Englisch geübt, der hat sich sehr Mühe gegeben. Das war schon schön. Und auch krass immer, also abgesehen von sämtlichen politischen Spannungen, die Iraner kriegen hier immer sehr, sehr viel Liebe, muss man sagen. Auch gerade nach diesem ganzen Visa-Struggle, also der hat echt viel Applaus bekommen. Und wie gesagt, hat sich sichtlich Mühe gegeben, Englisch zu sprechen. Wen hat man noch dabei? Und Martin hat man dabei. Der war, Martin ist einer, der sehr, sehr gut reden kann, muss ich sagen. Und er war hier sichtbar nervös, weil er, glaube ich, so jetzt so in diesen Favoritenkreis dann reingerutscht ist, relativ kurzfristig noch zur Pressekonferenz eingeladen wurde. Und er weiß ja, wie gut er ist dieses Jahr, so wie wir. Ne? Und er war, glaube ich, ein bisschen nervös. Aber das war eigentlich ein interessantere Panel. Und dann eigentlich noch Classic, oder? War interessant. Mike hat sich, finde ich, super verkauft. Habe ich schon mal gesagt, also ist einer, der spricht mittlerweile, würde ich sagen, perfekt Englisch, hat sich da gut verkauft. Wenn ich es richtig verstanden habe, hat er 14 Pfund weggemacht. Das ist also
ja,
6 Kilo
ungefähr. Ganz klar, in welchem Zeitraum es halt so.
Nee, er hat es gesagt, innerhalb jetzt
heute?
Von ein paar Tagen, nee, heute nicht, aber innerhalb von ein paar Tagen.
Genau, ja.
Aber ja, innerhalb von ein paar Tagen, wenn man schon fertig ist, weißt du, das ist halt schon.
Aber nach wie vor unklar die Größe, ne? Die wurde ja nicht gesagt.
Er hat ein bisschen gescherzt, er hat gesagt, das nächste Mal ist er wieder 5,9. Also wurde er wohl schon kleiner gemessen.
Ja, kleiner ja, aber jetzt nicht genau.
Aber mit diesem Weight Drop, den er gemacht hat, war wohl die Waage an sich kein Problem, so was ich jetzt mitbekommen habe.
Hat jeder gesagt,
genau.
Ist von allen Seiten, also er ist einmal drauf, es hat sofort gepasst. Also alle Gerüchte, die da im Internet gestreut werden, dass das nicht der volle Stimme nicht. Raufgestanden, gepasst, er war vorbereitet, hat seinen Job gemacht und deswegen wird es super spannend.
Luca hat es ja auch nochmal bestätigt, der war zum Beispiel mit Ramon direkt daneben.
Auch
und
bei
hat
Ramon,
gesagt, das war alles hundertprozentig, das wurde richtig runtergedrückt auf den Kopf, da gab es nichts.
Richtiger Terror.
Also,
nee, aber also nochmal, ich finde, er hat sich super verkauft. Das ist ja bei diesen Ami-Pressekonferenzen immer so ein Ding. Ne? Die Amerikaner können das meistens sehr, sehr gut. Die Brasilianer meistens sehr, sehr schlecht. Ne? Die sagen immer nur happy to be here oder sowas. Und ich finde, Mike hat super gemacht. War nebensächlich natürlich. Hauptsache ist natürlich, dass er mitmachen darf überhaupt.
Danke, tschüss Papa.